to ask about if I can ask out. You're one of the first Americans to see the Zapruder film, which is
Wow.
I know that you were there when it happened, and you tried to go and get this. It was CBS at the time, right? You were still
Yes,
with
I
them.
was. Yes.
And can you talk about what that was? Because it's one of the most famous things ever shot.
Well, it's been a long time ago, of course, the Kennedy assassination, but you never forget those 4 dark days in Dallas. That we were looking for photographs, and show you how long ago it was been. We basically were thinking about still photographs because very few people had home movie cameras at the time. Certainly there were no. So we started looking for photographs. I mean, the hammer to the heart came. The president not only has been shot, but he's dead. So we were looking for photographs, making telephone calls, and we ran across a policeman who said, well, I don't know the guy's name, but I was standing next to a guy who had a movie camera. Boom.
Wow.
Movie camera.
Wow.
Who might that be?
Yeah.
Anyway, we got busy on the phones, and with, some repertorial work and some luck, we found Mr. Zapruder. And I shan't forget that he said over the phone, he said, yes, I think I got the whole thing. Wow. So we helped arrange for him to get the film processed, again, showing you how long ago it's been, that in those days you sent the film off, your home movie film off, and it'd come back 3 or 4 days later, a week later. But anyway, we helped arrange to get the film processed overnight. And yes, I was he got a lawyer, which was a smart thing for him to do, Mr. Zapruder. And the situation was that he said, I'm going to put this film up in my conference room, just on the wall. You're going to look at it one time and one time only, and then we'll talk about whether you want to buy the film or not. And put it up, and there it was. And I literally, my head kind of went back. But having seen it, I realized, at least I was smart enough to know that I had a story. So I just bolted out of the room, practically took the door off the hinges, to go to our feed point, that is the local station, about 3 blocks away, and just sort of shouted, I'll be back, because I wanted to get on the air and describe what I had seen. So from memory, I didn't take notes. From memory, I went back to the studio and twice went through the routine of showing what the film had. But at the time I got back to Mr. Zapruder's office, and I said, well, we're prepared now to talk about maybe buying the film. I had talked to my superiors in New York, and they said, well, what do you think? Start with $10,000 and go up to $12,000, and if that doesn't do it, call us. But when I got back, the lawyer said, Time Life has bought the film. I said, what do you mean they bought the film? I said, well, I'm coming back. He said, well, they made a preemptive bid. It turned out that they said that they had given $50,000 for it, I think, but I think they gave a whole lot more than that.
Wow.
But
Did your producer?
We heard 150,000.
150 is what, yeah. But I could be. I read that you guys were going to prepare to offer 50, and then time came with 150. But
well, actually, our initial offer, I was told to say 10 and go as far as 12. But
did your producer? This is an urban legend.
Oh, my goodness.
Or did your producer really suggest that you punch Zapruder and take the film and then have it copied?
no, it's a myth.
It is a myth. Okay.
It's a myth.
Because I read that.
It's a nice myth, and
Yeah.
for some years, that particular producer and others at the company, number one, the producer swore that it had happened. But as we would say in Texas, some guys laugh. But nonetheless, it was proposed, saying, well, look, it's a nice myth, so why don't we just live with the myth? But if you're a news organization, you should try hard not to live with myths. But that never happened.